Hello, welcome to what I believe is episode 258. I've said so confidently without even checking. So it's probably wrong of the TEW 2020 Challenge Run. This is going to be Friday Night SmackDown for June Week 2, 2022. And we continue our road to Money in the Bank. We're going to learn the final entrance in both the men's and women's matches tonight. As Carmelo Hayes takes on Ricochet for a spot in the men's ladder match. And Cora Jade battles Bayley for a spot in the women's ladder match. So it's a big show. We've got a three-way Alpha Academy tag match to determine the duo that will go on to Money in the Bank to defend against House of Black. And then we know Elias will be representing House of Black. We don't know the other person. They're going to have a House of Black four-way tonight as well. Interesting show. Without any further ado, let's just jump straight into it. Whose show is it? It's LA Knight's show. Yeah. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the LA Knight Show. Here we are, just 9 days away from Money in the Bank. And I know what you're all thinking, who's going to be the man to go to the Money in the Bank and become Mr. Money in the Bank? Will it be Seth freaking Rollins? Big pop. Will it be Keith Lee? Will it be Carmelo Hayes or Ricochet? Will it be Tyler Breeze, Matt Riddle, Angel Garza, Angelo Dawkins? It won't be any of those. Nuh-uh. It'll be me. It'll be L.A. Knight. Yeah. But now, before we get to Money in the Bank, of course, we've got to get through tonight. And my guests tonight will be the other participants from SmackDown in the Money in the Bank ladder match. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome first, my guest, the limitless Keith Lee. And out comes Keith. He takes a seat, you know, because he's a sophisticated gentleman. And he's like, well, Mr. Knight, it's nice to see you just 9 days ahead of Money in the Bank. And allow me to give you this blessed platform to voice my concerns and why I believe I shall be the one to climb that ladder and earn that championship opportunity at Money in the Bank. LA Knight, it's nothing against you and nothing against Seth Rollins and nothing against anybody else in the match. But I gotta get back at the bloodline for what they did to me back at Judgment Day. You see, I could have had Roman Reigns beat. The tribal chief was on his knees, begging limitless Keith Lee to put him down. And then you had that Samoan werewolf, Jacob Fatu, and you had Jimmy Uso, that rat, stopping me from getting my championship. But no matter, because I'm going to win Money in the Bank and I can cash in anytime I want to take that championship off of Roman Reigns. Burn it down. Out comes Seth Rollins. He's like, Keith, listen. I like you a lot. Like, maybe one day we can have a match, and that'll be awesome. But like, you gotta slow your roll down a bit, pal. Okay? You think you need to win this briefcase because you need to get your event on the bloodline? No. Stop it here. 6 months. These sons of bitches have been living in my head. I nearly threw everything away to try and cost myself the opportunity to get Roman Reigns back at the Royal Rumble. I've got one more opportunity to get back that championship, and I'm not gonna fucking... I'm not gonna give it up, Keith. You want to win that because you get your revenge, but this is what I need. This feeds me. I have to be the one to end Roman Reigns' reign of terror on SmackDown. And that goes for you, LA Knight, and anybody else in that match. Stay out of my way. Then out comes Carmelo and Trick. He's like, whoa, look at this Seth freaking Rollins losing his damn mind at Money in the Bank. Well, let me tell you, Seth, you may have been Money in the Bank before, and you were quite the blueprint for me to follow, Seth, so I may end up following it when I win it the next Sunday. You tell him, Melo, about it. He's like, well, I've called my shot, and we all know that when I shoot, I don't miss. So that means tonight I've got to beat Ricochet, and I'll beat Ricochet, and I'll get in Money in the Bank. And it doesn't matter who is in my way. I'm climbing up to the glory, baby, and reaching the top and achieving my destiny after just 3 months here on the main roster. You tell him, Melo, about it. And then Ricochet comes out, and we get that match. So we just get a nice segment between all the Money in the Bank people. And then the match gets an 85. I knew it would be good, but I was skeptical because Carmelo is quite new. But apparently not. But Melo does get in. He is the final men's entrant in the Money in the Bank ladder match. He defeats Ricochet in 15 minutes with, you know, that diving leg drop thing. 77 for Carmelo Hayes and a 92 for Ricochet. Banging match. And Carmelo Hayes caught his shot. He didn't miss that shot. Let's see if he misses next Sunday. We then go backstage. Adam Pearce has got Sasha and Indy in his office. Like, I bet you think that was really smart what you did last week, didn't you? And she's like, I mean, I don't mean to brag, but yeah. Like, I couldn't get money in the bank. You always like to pretend that attacking the champion doesn't get you a title opportunity, but we all know it does, because Dakota's enraged at me and she's called me out for the show, Pierce, and you've got no title match. So I'll gladly take that for you and, you know, carry the show on my shoulders. You're welcome. I know you were scared you weren't going to have Sasha Banks on your big pay-per-view. Pierce like, well, no, but whatever. Anyway, I feel like it's a warm-up. You don't need to wrestle next week. And that's why I've arranged 2 singles matches. Indy Hartwell is going to go one-on-one with Dakota Kai. And Sasha, you're going to go one-on-one with Kairi Sane. Sasha's like, fine, I'll beat Kairi, whatever. I beat her last time. Remember, last time we faced off was in the Queen of the Ring final last year, and I'll beat her again. So Money in the Bank match will be Sasha against Dakota. And then 2 singles matches next week. Indy's got to face the champion, and Sasha's against Kairi for whatever reason. Backstage segment, Mello and Trick celebrating. And I was like, I told them all out there I don't miss. They don't know what I'm all about, Trick. Like, you tell them, Mello. They don't know what you're all about, Mello. About it. And I was like, well, they're gonna soon know that I've called my shot for Money in the Bank, and I don't miss that one either. So I'm gonna win that briefcase next week, next Sunday. Mello's gonna be money, baby. And LA Knight's laughing. He's like, ha, yeah, sure you are, kid. Right. I guess one thing really straight, you're a good kid. You got a good future here, but don't go stepping on any toes. You don't want to be stepping on those. Belong to LA Knight, yeah? So, I spoke to Adam Pearce, and guess what? Next week we can have a singles match. You go one-on-one with $1 million megastar LA Knight. Yeah! So, next week's SmackDown card already filling out nicely. We've got LA Knight and Carmelo Hayes. We've got Indy and Dakota. We've got Sasha and Kairi, and they'd also announced about this time that the other 2 men will go one-on-one for the first time ever. It will be Keith Lee versus Seth Rollins one-on-one. House of Black Fatal 4-Way is, of course, Alistair who picks up the win, you know, why wouldn't it be? But what I'm impressed with here is how well everybody scored. Like, even Webster got a 73, that's pretty cool. Alistair pins Webster with a black mass, so he punches his ticket to Money in the Bank to join Elias against whichever combination of Alpha Academy it's going to be. 87 for Black, 85 for Andrews, 80 for King, and a 73 for Webster. We then get a quick backstage segment. Shinsuke and Boogs are just rocking out. Like, just having fun backstage. When Kevin Owens walks past and Boogs is like, he shreds the song. He's like, Shinsuke, look at this new song I've written. He's like, it's Kevin Owens, he's a loser. He didn't get in Money in the Bank. And Kevin's like, excuse me? What the fuck? Like, what have I done to you, buddy? Like, who gave you the right to start bigging yourself up? Okay? Because I'll knock your head off whenever you feel like it. And Cole's like, whoa, what seems to be the problem here, Kevin? You know, you're not my friend because I'm hesitant to call you my friend because I know you're going to stab me in the back. And Kevin's like, well, you're going to stab me in the back first. It's like, but I can't sit here and let these 2 punks get away with disrespecting the great superstars here on SmackDown, such as you and Adam Cole, baby. So, they better watch their tongues. And Boo's like, oh, trust me, we will. We then get a segment with the women's Money in the Bank participants, Shotzi, Tony, and Raquel with Zelina, all cutting promos about why they are the best women in the Money in the Bank ladder match and how they're going to win it. Yada, and Zelina's like, you haven't got Legado by your side like Raquel does. Because next week, also announced for next week, is the 8-woman tag with the Team Raw and Team SmackDown. So it's going to be Charlotte, Nova, Liv, and Alba Fire against Tony, Shotzi, Raquel, and then either Bayley or Cora from the main event. 79 rated tag match. Just a quick test to make sure these 2 don't have negative chemistry. Kairi and Utami pick up a win over Ember and Mia. Kairi pins Mia with the insane elbow. Match gets to 79, which is pretty good. 74 for Utami, 75 for Kairi, 64 for Mia, and a 66 for Ember, which is pretty good, all things considered. And then Toxic Attraction video package, they're not here, they're poolside or whatever, just being Toxic Attraction bitches and how they're gonna... It doesn't matter what friend you bring at Money in the Bank, because no what happened to your last friend, there's a reason she's not at Money in the Bank, it's because we took care of her, and we'll take care of you and your new little friend next Sunday at Money in the Bank. But for now, it's time to go and, you know, do some toxic things at the beach, because we are attractive women, and this is what we do, we are sexy, etc. Dual-wielded segment here. We get a hype video for Roman Reigns and Braun Breaker because Roman's not on this week. I'm trying to be semi-realistic. He's appearing more often than he does in real life, but I still like to go weeks. Every single Roman Reigns feud I do has a week where there's a video package, basically is what I'm saying. And Braun is here though, so once the video package ends, we then cut to Braun in Adam Pearce's office, and he's like, "You wanted to see me, Pearce?" He's like, "I did, you know. I think in the interest of fairness, since Raw is doing an Intercontinental Championship match on Monday, next week on SmackDown, you should be defending your United States Championship." Braun's like, "What is this? Is Roman doing this?" He's like, No. It's an idea that I thought of in my head. Like, so we're gonna get a couple of competitors. We're gonna have a big old six-pack challenge for the United States Championship." And Braun's like, "What the fuck? This I defended it last week. Like, why am I doing this again?" And Pearce's like, so you're not a fighting champion." It's like, "Well, no, I am. I'll take on however many people you've got to keep hold of my belt. It's just, I don't like this, Pearce. Roman Reigns is in your back pocket. Roman Reigns has got you in his back pocket, and I don't like this." So another big match announced for next week. 6-way. We don't know who the competitors are. We can probably assume one of them will be Apollo Crews, one of them will be Jacob Fatu, one of them will be Jimmy Uso, but we don't know for sure. But Braun Breaker's got to try and overcome the odds if he's to go to Money in the Bank, still the United States Champion. 79. Good, considering it had both the Creeds and Desmond in it. But yeah, the Creed brothers finally get the win. They will be the duo representing the Alpha Academy at Money in the Bank. They pin Coach Thatcher with their finisher. 51 for Julius, 41 for Brutus, 76 for Thatcher, 83 for Gable, 74 for Otis, and a 59 for Desmond. And yeah, we now know the match at Money in the Bank will be the Creed brothers taking on House of Black's Elias and Aleister Black for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. And after the match, Gable goes, "See, this is why these are the top students here in the Alpha Academy, the future of tag team wrestling. Brutus and Julius, we really were just trying to test you and make sure you were ready for this opportunity, and now you've proven that you are the best team for the job. Go out there next Sunday and beat them black boys out." Oh, I probably shouldn't say that. Beat them House of Black asses and take home those SmackDown Tag Team Championships. Lights go out. Lights come back on. The House of Black are in the ring. The entire House of Black, the entire Alpha Academy. And we're going to do a big fuck-off, like fucking 12-man brawl here. And it's going to look awesome. And they're going to brawl all around ringside as referees and road agents and other members of the roster try and separate them. But this feud's been boiling. It's time to finally do the big old brawling segment. And they're going to go 2-on-2 at Money in the Bank.
You throw me up. Wrestling. A man barely alive. Gentlemen, we can rebuild him. We have the technology. Better than he was before. Better. Stronger. Faster. But what are we to do with all these leftover parts?
Kind of a shorter episode this week. I'm only 15 minutes in and we're just now getting to the main event, which is Cora. She's not officially signed to SmackDown. This is her one opportunity to get a SmackDown contract. She's taken on who she thought was her friend, her mentor, Bayley. And she meets up with Kayla and Gorilla. And Kayla's like, "Cora, you know, main event of SmackDown. How nervous are you? Like, you're facing up against your friend, who you thought was your friend, Bayley. And spot for Money in the Bank and the SmackDown contract on the line. How are you feeling?" She's like, "You know, this is obviously the biggest match of my career. Like, I never thought that me being Bayley's friend would end this way and that she'd want me off this show. But I've got to live with it. Got to live with what I did. I can only apologise so much, and I guess if I deserve to be here, then I deserve to be here. If I don't, then I don't. No excuses. And she goes out for the main event. Gets a 73. I know it wouldn't do too great because Cora's got like no popularity. But we need to talk about this match because this isn't just a standard match that's happening here. This is a story. Bayley, of course, comes out second. She's angry. This is the first time I've seen her since she told Cora to fuck off 2 weeks ago, basically. And she's ready to whoop Cora. She runs in, she hits like a running move, she takes her down. Bayley looks very aggressive the whole time. Like, hits Bayley to belly, 1, 2, Cora kicks out. And at the end, she nails Cora with a headlock driver. 1, 2, Cora kicks out. And Bayley's like, okay, like, what is this? Why is she kicking out of this? And Cora just slowly staggers to her feet. She's like, yeah, I deserve this, you know, hit me again. Bayley obliges, smacks her in the head. Bayley's sort of like, huh. Smacks her again. Cora stays on her feet. She's like, yeah, just keep doing, just pin me. And then Bayley goes for the headlock driver second time. And she sort of looks down like she starts taunting to the crowd. She's like, yeah, go away, Cora. This is your chance to be gone from SmackDown. I can finally get rid of you, get you off my back. Taking a long time to, like, you know, gloat and boast to Cora. Which then allows her to reverse the headlock driver attempt into a roll-up and get the pin. So Cora wins the match. She's shocked. Like, she accepted defeat like 2 minutes ago. But she's won. She's going to Money in the Bank. She's on SmackDown. And Bayley sort of sits on the floor. She's like, oh, darn. I lost. God damn it. And then just gets up and leaves the ring and lets Cora celebrate to end the show. 84. That's actually a good rating considering the main event was the Cora stuff, which I knew was going to get a bad-ish rating. But now, speaking of tension, we're in the official last game week of the Cruiserweight World Cup. Win or go home for a lot of wrestlers here. Let's see who makes it through. We start off with a pointless 77 rated match. The final match of Rey Mysterio and Jimmy Wang Yang in Group A. Pointless in the sense that, you know, Rey's got 6 points, Jimmy's got 0. So Jimmy's out regardless, and Rey's through regardless. But Rey picks up the win in 8 minutes to confirm he tops the group with 9 points. He picks up all 3 wins, as expected for a legend like him. He gets an 80 and a 55 for Jimmy Wang Yang, who was fun to have bring back for the tournament, but he couldn't realistically be in a position to beat anybody because his popularity was the drizzling shits. But he made a couple of nice cameos here. And then, the most important game of round 2 of this group is Yosuke Akatsuka and Nathan Fraser, both on 3 points. Winner goes through. Draw. It goes to a tiebreak, I guess. And because the match was, you know, 2 unimportant people, it doesn't get a very good rating. But Yosuke does it. He beats him with a 5-star clutch in 13 minutes. Yosuke gets a 56, 49 for Fraser. So now Group A is officially wrapped up with the Cruiserweight World Cup. Rey Mysterio in first place will face the winner. No, he'll face second place in Group B in the next round. Whereas Yosuke will face the winner of Group B. And who will that be? We don't know yet. It's time to find out. In a 79 rated match, Drew Gulak draws his third match out of 3. So, oh, I forgot to set the time limit draw, but yeah, it's a 15-minute time limit draw. It's fine. They gets a 76. Cruz gets a 75. Gulak, he had this injury that he was working through. I probably would have had him get through the group, but because he's working through the injury, it's really hampering him. I thought I'd best eliminate him, but I don't want to have him get pinned. So he drew every single game, and the story being told was that he's too like slow paced for the cruiserweight division because he needs to spend the time working over the body and stuff to get the submissions going. Whereas everyone else is just high flyer, bang, 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 winning in 15 minutes. Drew, you know, he's going over the time limit. But he's actually out, because I think he's got 3 points. Cruz is now on 1. And Malik and Mark Andrews both have 4. So they're the 2 that go through. And then whoever wins that match will top Group B. And it's Grand Malik. He defeats Mark Andrews, the Malik driver, in 13-20. So he tops the group, and he will face Yosuke Akatsuka in the last 16. Whereas Mark Andrews, who came second, has to go up against Rey Mysterio. A tough draw for him. Let's see if we can just get a look at the groups before I end it all. Oh no, there we go. Rey Mysterio gets all 9. He's through top. Yosuke in second. So as I just said, Rey versus Mark Andrews, and Malik versus Yosuke. The first 2 last 16 matches confirmed for the Cruiserweight World Cup. We're finally getting places with that. And we end the show. Gets us a 77. RJCE's brainchild is coming in full swing. And next week we'll see the last matches of Group C and D, as well as the go-homes for Money in the Bank. But first we've got Raw to get through, which will be that show's go-home for Money in the Bank, including a couple of big matches. See you then.